As Tropical Storm Claudette moves across the Florida Panhandle, well, it weakens as it moves across land. It is the other storms gaining strength in the Atlantic right now that have forecasters worried. CBS News correspondent Kelly Cobiella is in Miami this morning with more. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jeff. After a sleepy start to the hurricane season, people in Florida and throughout the Southeast were jolted awake this weekend, not just by the first named storm of the season, but the first, second, and third.
Tropical Storm Claudette, the third storm of the season, was the first to come ashore, bringing 50-mile-an-hour gusts and buckets of rain to parts of the Florida Panhandle Sunday night. Most locals stayed put.
I've only had to leave once.
About every time this year we usually experience this type of weather.
The season's first system, Ana, was a tropical storm but has since been downgraded to a depression. Just behind her in the Atlantic Ocean is Bill, the first hurricane of the season. Weather experts say we can thank El Nino for a relatively quiet summer so far.
El Nino typically equals wind shear in the atmosphere, and that tends to disrupt storm organization.
For now, people in Florida's Panhandle will be checking the damage after Claudette's best shot.
And it looks like it won't be much of a shot. Damage is expected to be minor, and Claudette is now weakening. That's the good news. Now for the relatively bad. As I mentioned, Tropical Storm Bill turned into a Category 1 hurricane early this morning. Dave?
All right, Kelly, thank you. We're going to continue to keep our eye on the storms right now. And as we've been reporting, Claudette did make landfall as a tropical storm about 1 o'clock this morning. Now, we're going to continue to track it. It came ashore near Fort Walton Beach, Florida. The storm is moving to the north and west, expected to weaken throughout the course of the day. So there's that track. Now, we'll move on, and we're keeping our eye on two other storms. Ana, of course, there's that track, and Bill, that also, again, in the process of moving eastward. The first Bill is the first of the Atlantic season to become a hurricane, moving quickly to the west-northwest, and tropical storm, or tropical depression, I should say, Ana, moving across the northeastern Caribbean. Now, back to Claudette. It is the longest we've had to wait for a named storm to hit land since Hurricane Andrew back in 1992. And we all know how strong that was and what an active season we had after that storm came ashore. Meantime, forecasters have just recently scaled back their predictions for this year, saying they now expect only 10 named storms instead of 11, and just 4 hurricanes instead of 5. But we'll keep our eye on that. You know, those change frequently throughout the season. But again, this is a late start to the hurricane season, not necessarily indicative of the strength of what we'll see, or indeed what may wind up being our final numbers. Julie?
All right, thanks a lot, Dave.